Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back, this is Rick Rod. So today guys, I just want to share with you guys my impressions and my opinions on some of the games that were showcased on the Nintendo Direct that happened this past Wednesday, which was February the 13th. So let's go! So let me start off by covering the game that I'm most excited the most, which is Dragon Quest Builders 2. So if you're new to my channel, one of the things you need to know about me is that I absolutely love games that allows me to create stuff. In Dragon Quest Builders, I was able to create castles, I was able to create towns, I was able to create even a dungeon, and even a ship. I was able to create this all sort of cool stuff. So imagine in this version that they're gonna add some more stuff to the game, they're gonna add multiplayer ability, it's gonna be a lot more cooler. So let's go over the minor changes that at least that I've seen so far in the game, and then I will cover like the big changes that I've seen in the game so far. The first minor change I want to talk about is the fact that you can customize your character now. And like in the first one, you couldn't customize it that much. The only thing you could do is change the hair color and change the eye color. That's all you can do as far as appearance goes. You could change like the clothes, you can buy like new clothes for your builder. But it was basically it was the same thing, you know, because the builder was always the same, like had the same hairstyle, the same eyes, so basically it didn't feel that unique. But now in this game, you have the ability to change the hairstyle, you can add some like accessories, you can add some other stuff, you can add a mustache if you want to. So like that added to like the experience of having like a unique character that's to you, like for you is unique. So like I guess some people might think that this is an unnecessary change, like the game will work without it. And yeah, they're true, but like I still like having this ability because this way I can, you know, have a character that's more unique for me. It might be stupid to think about it like that, but you know, that's how I feel. Another minor change that they added is that we finally have the ability to run, which is something that was missing on the other game. We have the ability to fast travel, which is amazing because now I don't have to walk all the way to wherever I want to go. I can just fast travel and, you know, get there faster. And they also added a glider. Basically when you're falling, you can avoid falling damage by using the glider and obviously covering much more distance. Now for the big changes. One of the big changes that they added to the game is the fact that the water level is no longer fixed. Like one of the biggest issues but the biggest complaint that I had on the first one is the fact that you couldn't change or like you couldn't add water anywhere that was above the water level, basically. So like if I wanted to add like a little puddle on the mountain, that was impossible because the game wouldn't allow it. In this game now, you could basically add water anywhere you want. And the cool thing is that even if you add water like on a mountain, and like there's like a little opening somewhere, what it does is like the water falls and then there's like a waterfall. And I found it to be really cool because one of the biggest things that I wanted to build back in Dragon Quest Builders 1, it's sort of like a water dungeon. So I'm really excited about that. Like that really opens up possibilities to make some cool builds. Like you can even make like underwater castles and stuff like that, you know, pretty cool stuff. And the other and massive big change that they're gonna add to the game that the first game was lacking massively is the multiplayer. A lack of multiplayer is basically one of the biggest things that everybody was requesting from the first game. Like a lot of people were saying, oh, if they could add it like as a DLC, you know, or something like that. Unfortunately, they couldn't do it, but they decided to create a new game where they can add that, and I'm so happy about that. Because imagine all the cool things you could do with your friends. You could build stuff together, or like you could possibly compete against each other. Like you could say, oh, let's try building this, and then like you put a set amount of time, both of you build something, then compare it, and then you can see who's the winner, you know, stuff like that. Like you could still do a lot of stuff in multiplayer, you know, with friends. And like honestly, I just cannot wait to play it. I'm even considering maybe doing like a full playthrough of the game, you know, and then like recording it or like live streaming it or something like that, because I really want to like play this game and like try to get back at it, you know, before the release of the second one. But anyways, let's move on to the next game. So the next game I want to talk about is Super Mario Maker 2. So like I mentioned before, I love games where it allows me to create stuff. In Mario Maker, what it allows you to create is basically level design. And like I would love, like one of the biggest things that I would love to do is basically create my own game. But like I don't have the experience, I don't have the expertise, I don't have the skills to do one. That's very complicated, you know, very complex. So like with Mario Maker, it kind of makes me like leave that experience of like basically creating your own level, but like it makes you feel like you created a level for your game, you know, because like one thing that I absolutely love about Mario Maker is that all the levels were usually very different from one another, because like the direction that the person that made it wanted to take was always different than the other one, so it was always unique, you know. So that's why I absolutely love Super Mario Maker 1, and I'm gonna love Super Mario Maker 2. So like first of all, I was really happy to see that they decided to take the route of a full new game instead of, you know, doing a port of the old one. Because with these, they added new tools, they added new things to the game, and I'm pretty sure the game will also like play a lot more, much more smoother than the first one, since this one is gonna be more polished. And I have no idea what other type of like features will the game have, you know. Like the first Mario Maker had like the 100 Mario thing, so this one might add some new things to the table, you know. So like you could see like in this trailer they showcase some of the new tools. Now you can add a slope, you can actually have a camera control. Like you can control the camera where it moves when it has the auto scroll ability, and I find this to be extremely amazing because this will be able to create like amazing like boss levels, you know. It could be like much more intense boss levels, especially since it's moving up and down. You can have like something hidden below and then the camera moves down, you know. Like you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. They also added like the power up from Super Mario 3D World, which is the little cat thing, a couple of other things like blocks. And you know, one of the blocks that they added that I found to be really cool is that once you hit them, it opens up some blocks and it closes another. And I found that really cool because that opens up the possibilities to create some really cool puzzle levels. And I absolutely love puzzle levels, like I really do. So the last game I want to talk about is Zelda Link's Awakening. Now this game is a remake from the original Zelda Link's Awakening, which was on Game Boy. And I remember I absolutely loved that Zelda game. It was really the very first Zelda game that I ever played. I didn't even play that Zelda from the NES, because I didn't have an NES at that time. What I had was a Game Boy though. And then one of my friends lent me that Zelda game, and I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved the complexity of the game, like the puzzles it had. Even if I got frustrated often because I couldn't solve those puzzles by myself, I had to ask help from my friends very often, and he would get annoyed too. But the game was really cool. I absolutely loved the game, and it really has, and it even has some cameos from Mario. Like you can see a Chomp Chomp. You will see like Goombas, like when you go into tunnels out of. You could see like Goombas when you go like underground or stuff like that, and you know it's kind of fun. And there's even like in the game I kind of remember that there's a picture where you can get that you see Mario, I believe, or Peach. I don't really remember, but it was something like that. But anyways, I'm also excited for this game because then now I can relive this experience again. So yeah guys, that's about it. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of each of the games that I talk about, or if there was a game that I didn't cover that you guys want to share, let me know in the comment section below as well. And yeah, like I said before, I'm probably gonna be considering maybe doing a full playthrough of Dragon Quest Builders, you know, and maybe do some other builds, sort of like maybe like a countdown, you know, or like, you know, like trying to polish my skills back again to Dragon Quest Builders before the second one comes out. But anyways guys, that's all the time I have for today. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys like the video, don't forget to leave a comment or like the video. And if you guys like my content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell so you get the notifications, so you make sure you get my notifications. and see you guys till next time. Peace.